The reason you should watch this video is because what I'm about to show you is exactly how I used LinkedIn automated outreach to generate a $60,000 closed deal for my client Paperback Expert within 30 days of trying this exact method. So this is a legit approach that you can start doing today if you take 1 hour. I'm gonna show you exactly start to finish how I approach this, and you can literally just copy me. What we're gonna need is Sales Navigator, as you can see here, and we're gonna need HeyReach. So, HeyReach is the automation tool I use to send automated connection requests and automated DMs on LinkedIn. And then Sales Navigator is the mechanism that we're gonna use to generate our lead list. So with only these two tools, which I think together cost maybe $200 a month, you can be getting 5 to 10 calls on your calendar plus per month with really targeted leads. We're talking owner, founder, CEOs of legit companies who have money to spend. This is what we're gonna do first. We are going to go to Sales Navigator. And I already have an exact search that I did for my client. And I'm gonna show you exactly what I did and why. And so the very first thing that you wanna do is in this search bar up here, you wanna just put whatever you're looking for. So my client was looking to target financial advisors. So what I did is I didn't just type in financial advisor, because that's newbie level Sales Navigator work. We're gonna do what's called a Boolean search, where you can use and or phrases to make more specific searches. So here we did, and we want them to have certified financial planner in their profile or certified financial advisor. And so all of these acronyms here. And then we don't want them to be an author, because my client provides the service of writing and publishing a book for these clients. So we don't want them to already be an author. We don't want them to be an accountant. We don't want them to be a software service. We don't want them to be an associate, so a lower level employee at the company. We want them to be a decision maker. So you can see all of these searches here, and you can also just Google like how to do a Boolean search effectively on LinkedIn, and LinkedIn themselves has a guide for this. So then what I did is I put company headcount 1 to 10, because they're looking for smaller firms who are, where the owner is very involved in the day-to-day decision making. For connection here, we put second or third degree connections, because we don't want to be reaching out to people who were already first degree connections with on LinkedIn. So we have second, third degree connections. Then here in the job title, we put owner, founder, CEO, co-founder, co-owner, chief executive officer. So you just add those. Geography, we did United States. We're excluding these countries because we want to just target US companies. And sometimes even when you put United States, other countries can slip through the cracks here. So, obviously base this on whatever you're targeting. Most people will just be targeting the US or whatever country you're doing business in. And then industry, financial services, and a lot of these can be left blank. One of the most important is posted on LinkedIn. So here, what we want to look for is we're identifying leads who have posted on LinkedIn in the last 30 days. I always use this. So you really want to pay attention to making sure this is on. This is really important, because this will allow us, when we're sending connection requests, to be sending them to people who are actually active on LinkedIn, and will actually see your request, rather than having a list of 50% of people who never even log on to LinkedIn and see it. This is the list we got. You see we have somewhere between 1,000 and 2,000 results here. And this is all you need to do, right? This is, I would just copy exactly, only fill out the areas that I filled out, and you'll be fine. Obviously, if there's something really relevant to you, you can add that in, but this is all you need. You could, change the company headcount, and then obviously a lot of this will be bespoke to what you're searching for. These will probably always be included. Owner, founder, CEO, co-owner, co-founder. Probably always want those in there. So then what you do is you take this link, and then we're going back into HeyReach. And what you want to do is you want to go to this leads category here, which we're already in, and then add leads. Then you can do from Sales Navigator, continue. We're gonna select, we'll just demo, choose someone who has Sales Navigator active. I don't know why my name's not in here right now. Sometimes the software can be a little glitchy at caching who has a Sales Navigator account, but we'll go, we'll call this list Financial Advisors Test. And then you put the search inquiry in here, you just paste it, and then you start importing. And then what you do is you then go to your leads, and then that will show up here. And you'll see we have 1,405 leads. This is extracted from the exact search that I did. I just did it previously. So we have this list here, and then what I would do is I would go in here, and you can see we have this, you'd hit start new campaign, and I would just name it Financial Advisors E 1 to 10 is the amount of employees, and then OF CEO is owner, founder, CEO. So I can show you, let's just do tests, certified financial advisors, create. Then you would choose your list here, financial advisors. You can exclude leads contacted from other campaigns. You can pick which one of these is relevant to you. I like to do exclude leads messaged by other senders, or exclude leads contacted by same sender in another HeyReach campaign. Sometimes I even choose all of these. So go here, we'll choose the senders we want to send from, continue, and here we go. So I'm going to import a template. Well, actually I can just show you. First, we're going to send a connection request, right? I would leave this blank. No need to send a note in the connection request. And then if it's not accepted in 5 days, then the campaign ends. If it is accepted, you add an action here and you send a message. So for Paperback Expert, we said something like, hey, right here, and then bring it back So I would refine this probably a bit more. This is just purely off the cuff. But what you can do is you can add message variations here. So you could add another message that's more of a hard pitch. You could say something like, right, so you get the idea. This is more of a soft pitch. Like, would it bother you in any way? You can see that I'm writing this in like asking for a no, so that if they say no, they're like, it's like, no. Okay, so no, it wouldn't bother you? Great, let me send these over. And I've been getting, we got our client 5 leads in the past 2 days, sending basically this exact kind of pitch. And then what I would do is, you need a fallback message here, so you can just post the same thing and say, hey there. Cool. So then, if they don't respond after, say, 2-3 days, doesn't really matter, then you can send another message, and you can say something like, you could name a specific case study, like, hey, thought of you because one of our clients just wrote us and said they have 4x their company off of the strength of the book that we wrote them. I put together this case study on how they did it. Do you mind if I send it over? One thing to note here is it's really important to have things like case studies, testimonials, things like that lead magnets that you can send over and kind of contextualize why you're continuing to reach out to them, so that it's not just like, hey, do you want to buy my stuff? It's like, hey, reaching out again because I thought of you and I wanted to give you this value. It comes across a lot stronger. So if you don't have lead magnets or case studies or testimonials, I would really recommend putting that together so that your outreach can have some oomph behind it. So you can also A/B test that against more cheeky, simple stuff like, hey, first name, how are you? Hope all is well. You could say something like that. This kind of triggers a more human response from people of just being like, oh, they're checking in with me. This is a very friendly, concise, non-offensive reminder to maybe look at the last message that they sent me. So you can do things like that. Then I would do a 3-message sequence and have the third message just be something like, hey, I know you're totally pressed on time. Just wanted to see, I have this 1-pager case study that I'd love to send you on how one of our clients did X result in X time frame. Would you mind if I sent that over to you? And just kind of re-pitch the soft pitch, basically. And then once you're done with that, you can go and you literally launch the campaign, and then you can configure your sending to send up to 40 connection requests per day. And then this campaign will go out to these people just like that. You write it once, you hit launch, and you can sit back for, depending on how many leads you put in, a number of weeks and just focus on doing response handling. And the main thing you want to focus on with response handling is getting back to the leads as fast as humanly possible, because as I learned recently from Alex Hormozy, if you respond to someone within the first 5 minutes of them reaching out to you, then you have a 391% higher likelihood of them converting into a paying client. So definitely focusing on speed to lead, very important, something we're taking seriously at our agency and working on improving all the time. I hope you can see how simple this is. It's really not that hard to put this together. Obviously, I make it look a bit easy because I've done this a bunch of times. I would also, you can play with different delays. You could have like the first message go out, it's a day after the connection is accepted. You could actually, I'd even do, why not do 3 hours after it's accepted? Why not? And then you could have this after 1 day, and then you could have this after 6 days, so it feels a little human. I don't think this makes a huge difference, to be honest. Just make sure it's not like every single one is a day apart, because then it's like maybe they were just away from their computer for 3 days and it looks like you were just kind of bombarding them. So I'd say safely, like, 2 days there, 4 days there, 3 days there, it's fine. So then you launch that campaign, and then your campaign is going. And without touching your LinkedIn, you're sending 40 connection requests per day, and then you're messaging everyone automatically who accepts your connection request. Last few things to note. One is you need to make sure your LinkedIn is on point. You need to make sure you have a banner that signals what you do or gives some kind of social proof, builds some kind of status or authority. And the reason that this matters is because the amount of messages you're able to send is contingent on how many people accept your connection requests. So you want to make them as likely as possible to accept, and the more legit you look and the clearer you make what value is in it for them, then the more messages you're going to be able to send, the more connections that get accepted, and the more leads that you're going to get. So that is how you do it. Pretty straightforward. I hope you enjoyed this video. This literally got my client $60,000 in 30 days. And if, his ticket price is about $29,000 plus for one sale. And so this is, the amount of money you can make on this is relative to a lot of factors, but also how high ticket your price is, right? So if you are an enterprise company, you can also do this from your founder, from your sales manager's account, from your VP of marketing's account. And you can actually get in touch with other owner, founder, CEO types, decision makers at other companies. And you could be signing multi-million-dollar deals off of one call that you get on your calendar that goes well, right? So don't neglect how powerful this is. You can also choose to do this automated, and you could just automate the connection requests and then go into your connections tab here. If you just did the automated connection request, then you can go to your network and then see connections and look at who are all the people who have accepted your connection requests. And then you could message them individually here, right? So money is made in the LinkedIn DMs, folks. And this is a way to do it in a way that is very seamless and requires less manual drudgery. Doing it manually may get you more replies, so higher effort, higher outcome potentially, but who's realistically going to sit and send 40 connection requests and messages every single day and remember to do it every single day? Someone like me will, because this is what I do. But if you're a busy entrepreneur, busy professional, then probably not, right? So try this out. I'm gonna put a link to HeyReach, an affiliate link. It won't cost you any more. It might even give you a discount if you sign up with my link, but helps out the channel. So you can use that link below. But yeah, I highly recommend getting this exact stack and just running it because it works. So if you have any questions, leave them in the comments. I will reply to every single comment as long as it's not a bot. And if you want a system set up like this for yourself, then you can reach out to me in the contact info in the description or somewhere on the page that you're watching this on. So looking forward to chatting with you or just hearing your success story that you did this yourself and it worked. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.